The boy was shocked to discover something terrifying. In a world with no magic, goblins were actually deadly monsters. Just hearing their name alone was enough to make even his swordmaster father turn pale. He immediately gathered all the young men in the village to prepare for a hunt. But before all this, Shuren was still very naive. He had been researching magic non-stop, yet so far, he only figured out that mana could glow and give off heat. So when he heard goblins had appeared, his first reaction was excitement. He thought he might finally find inspiration for magic from them. But soon, he realized something was off, because his father looked unusually serious, ordering his mother to seal all doors and windows, making sure no one could get in or out. Remembering this world had no magic, Shuren began to suspect goblins weren't as weak as he thought. He asked his father whether goblins had intelligence and physical strength, and if they could climb to the second floor. His father couldn't be sure, but he did say their intelligence was low, and with the rain making everything slippery, maybe they couldn't climb up. So Shuren decided to hide upstairs and block the first floor with furniture. That way, even if goblins came, they'd be safe. His father agreed with the plan. After saying he would send a signal when he returned, he left with the others. As time slowly passed, Shuren thought they might get through this safely, but outside in the yard, a goblin had already snuck in. With its blood-red eyes, it began searching for humans. Finding nothing, it grew impatient, and suddenly started smashing the door like a mad beast. The noise made everyone tremble in fear, but soon, the banging stopped. Everyone thought it was over, but the next second, glass shattered downstairs. The goblin had broken in. Even though it was his first time facing something like this, Shuren quickly calmed down and warned everyone to stay silent. The goblin didn't seem to find their room, and as its footsteps faded away, everyone finally relaxed. But then thunder roared outside, and two people screamed in fear. That instantly caught the goblin's attention. It began pounding on the door non-stop. Everyone's hearts were in their throats. It didn't take long before the goblin broke into the room. Seeing its twisted, terrifying face up close, Shuren realized how naive he had been. As everyone froze in fear, his mother stepped forward, but she was instantly paralyzed by terror. There were only women, children, and the elderly present. None of them could fight back. The goblin seemed to enjoy this helplessness. At that moment, Shuren's sister stepped forward, but the difference in strength was overwhelming. The goblin didn't even take her seriously. Death was the only outcome waiting for her. At the last second, their mother threw herself in the way, taking the blow and getting severely injured. To protect his family, Shuren could no longer stand by. He rushed forward and grabbed the goblin's arm, and in that moment, a miracle happened. Shuren suddenly saw the mana inside the goblin. He instantly gathered all his mana into his hand and gripped it tightly. The moment the two forces touched, sparks burst out violently, but to others, it looked completely different. Only those with talent could see mana. To normal people, it just looked like Shuren was holding the goblin. At first, the goblin didn't care, but slowly, it began to feel pain. By the time it realized what was happening, it was too late. It threw Shuren away, only to find the spot he grabbed was burned black. Seizing the chance, Shuren gathered his mana again and slammed it into the goblin's head. A few seconds later, the goblin's screams finally stopped.